Hi, my name is Tanya and I'm a sewaholic. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here on It's So Tanji, and welcome to another Sunday sewing catch-up. First of all, thank you so much for your congratulations on my 1K subscribers, which I reached last week, and it's very exciting. And thank you also very much for your comments and your ideas on my plans and what you think I should do with my fabrics. I'm just mentioning it now because I'm pretty sure I'll forget later. And what I also want to mention at the beginning of this video, I gifted my mom a Anna Ellen Anthea blouse out of a beautiful silk fabric with horses on, and she was very happy to receive it. And yesterday she sent me some beautiful pictures of her in the blouse, and I will insert them here now so you can see how it looks on her. Okay, then let's start with the main part of this video, and I will tell you about what I did in terms of sewing and also a bit of knitting this week. And I have to say, work is quite easy at the moment for me, which is really enjoyable. I'm a freelancer, I work from home, and so I can really use my time or organize my time how I want it. And if there is not as much to do as normally, I have more time for sewing, which is great. And I really used my time for sewing this week and made quite a lot of things. So I actually finished one of the plans I told you about in last week's video, which is the Angie tank by Lydia Naomi, and links will be down below for everything I'm talking about. And I just made it out of a very simple black cotton jersey, which I got at my local fabric store, and I already wore it, I think, 3 times, so it's in the wash currently, but I am pretty sure I made a picture, which I will also insert here right now. And I was so impressed with this pattern, to be honest. It's a free pattern and it worked so well. The only thing that's a bit tricky maybe is that you insert clear or rubber elastic I'm wearing it right now, so you insert it here and around the armholes here. That's a bit tricky, but honestly I finished it in probably half an hour or maybe 45 minutes or something like that, and it looks very cool, very stylish and modern, and is the perfect basic in my summer and also my transitional wardrobe. And that's why I decided I definitely need to make more of this pattern, which I did. I went back to my local fabric store and picked up firstly this very beautiful cotton jersey, which has like a ripped kind of texture. I'm coming a bit nearer. It has like this, yeah, ripped texture. And it is the same in the back as it is in the front. And this is a fiber mood fabric, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I made it out of this one. And then I also got a very normal pink cotton jersey, and you only need 70 centimeters. So that's also a very affordable make. And I got this one as well, which I will also sew up. And then I have like 3 plain Angie tanks, which I will be able to combine with a lot of things. And green and pink are probably my favorite colors, so yeah, what can I say? I'm very predictable in terms of my color, choosing my colors. But yeah, I'm very excited to get this one sewn up, but that's a plan for, I don't know, maybe next week, maybe not. But back to what I made this week, and I just quickly want to share my whole outfit with you. I am wearing earrings by Becky from What Beck Sews again, because they just perfectly fit my green mood. And on the bottom I am wearing, and I hope you can see it, oh sorry, a pair of Saguaro trousers, and these, I think you've seen these already. They are made out of a viscose linen mix, and I just think the combination of the textures and the green with the leopard print, it's not for everybody. I'm pretty sure not everybody will like this outfit, but for me it's a total comfort outfit, and it feels very Tanya. And yeah, and then when I went into the fabric store to pick up the black cotton jersey, I saw a fabric that I have been eyeing up for a very long time. And if you have seen my, I think it was my spring summer sewing plans video, and I will link it up here, you will have seen that I planned to make the, I think it's pronounced Noomi Jacket by Bara Studio, and it is a denim jacket basically, but a very boxy and modern fit, which I love. And I wanted to make it in a leopard print denim fabric. And I asked at my local store if they have something like this fabric in stock, and the lady there said unfortunately not at the moment, and that was a few months ago, I should mention. And she said, but if she will see something like that, she will of course pick it up and put it into her stock. And I went back into the shop like a couple of weeks later, and there were, I think, 3 different kinds of denim leopard fabric, which is such great customer service also, because she really listened to what her customers want. And at the time it was not the cheapest fabric, so I decided to wait a bit because it was also very hot at that time. I didn't need a jacket, but yeah, we have had a few very cold weeks here in Austria, and so I decided it was time to pick this fabric up, which I did last week. I bought the Noomi pattern, which I didn't have before, and I made the jacket. And I will just grab it quickly and show you what it looks like. Et voila, this is the jacket. I love it, and I made the size XS, which fits me perfectly. As I said, it is quite a boxy fit, a bit oversized, and it fits exactly how I wanted it to fit. The denim is quite lightweight, or mid-weight probably, and very beautiful. It is just how I imagined it to be, and I chose these buttons to go with it, and they're from another local to me fabric store. And I also added, I hope you can see it here, I added a So Anonymous label which says Stitch Rich, and I loved it very much. I got it in Truro when I was in Cornwall at the end of last year, and yeah, the jacket came together very nicely. That's it from the back. It has like another hook thing. No, it's not a hook, it's a hanger. Oh, you know what I mean. Yeah, and there was a lot of top stitching involved, which I am a big fan of. I love top stitching, and I got a more heavyweight or a thicker thread by Gütermann for the top stitching, which worked quite well. And then here you can see the cuff detail, hopefully, and the pockets are also, it's probably a bit hard to open them with one hand. Oh, it works. The pockets are usable, which honestly I probably won't use breast pockets. I never do, but they look cool. And now I can't close it, so we'll leave it. I will put it on quickly, but I will also insert a picture of me wearing it, just so you can see. I hope you can see it now, but that's what the jacket looks like. Just like very boxy style. And then I could also turn up the sleeves if I want, and then it also looks very cool, I think. In terms of the instructions, honestly, they were not the best, if you ask me. I think the pattern and how it is constructed is beautiful. The pieces and the style, I love it. But the instructions were a bit weird, but maybe that's just my feeling, because what the lady who owns Saguaro Studios did is she tried to, no, I have to start new, sorry. You need to change the thread on your sewing machine if you don't have two machines, because you need the normal thread and you need the top stitching thread. And of course you would need a overlocker or a zigzag stitch, and then you need to press the fabric according to how you're sewing it together. So that's 4 steps, and she always tries to do as many steps with the same thread at a time. So you start by pressing lots of small pieces, and then you don't sew them, which was very confusing to me. So you just press them, you lay them aside, then you start sewing, and then at a later point you take out these pieces that you pressed, and then you sew them with the top stitching thread, which I think makes sense, but not to how I am working. I mean, of course I would use as many or do as many steps with my normal thread or with my top stitching thread as possible, but it was just a bit confusing to me. And then some of the steps didn't have pictures to tell you what to do exactly, which for me was fine, but I think if there would be a more beginner sewist, it would be quite hard. There was also some wrong markings on the pattern piece itself, which is confusing to it was very confusing to me, and I think to someone who is probably not so used to sewing patterns it would be even more confusing. So yeah, the instructions were okay, but I think there is definitely space for improvement. But all in all, I am really super happy with how the jacket turned out, and I will also do probably a matching pair of jeans. And if I find a very cool denim fabric or something else in the future, I will probably make this jacket again. But yeah, that's this make. And then I finally finished the skirt for my mom, the lace skirt, which I started quite a few weeks ago, or a month even, and I finally finished it, and I will show you it now. So in the end we decided to go for a waistband that is just made out of the lining fabric of the skirt, and then I inserted elastic, and then I did 1 row of top stitching. And I know one of you recommended or suggested doing this in the comments some time ago, and yeah, basically it took me quite a lot of time to realize this is the best solution. So thank you very much to that person who suggested it. And this is now how the skirt looks. It is very cute, and I think it is very much my mom's style, and I will give it to her hopefully this weekend, so she will be able to try it on, and I'm very happy that I finally finished it, to be honest. So that's that. And then there is one last thing that is not sewing related but knitting related. And I do knit from time to time. I made quite a few, it was probably like 4 or 5 knitted garments over the last few years. Most of them like sweaters and 2 cardigans, I think. And now I am working on a sweater, which I am working on, I think, for almost a year now, because I don't know, sometimes I'm just not in the mood for knitting. But I finished the front and the back piece, and now I'm working on the first sleeve, and it is a kit by We Are Knitters, and I can't remember the name, but I will link it. And yeah, I have started working on the sleeve, and this is how it's going, and I think it is quite pretty. No, Lumi! Sorry for the cat. And yeah, that's how it looks at the moment. And I will be finished hopefully this month with knitting. Oh, thank you, Lumi. She's giving me her licks. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will hopefully be finished with this knitting project in August, maybe September, because it is quite a light cotton yarn, so it is not suitable for deepest winter, and I would really like to wear it a few times before it gets too cold, but we'll see. I learned that it's not good to stress myself about knitting projects. Okay, so I have told you what I made this week, and what I also did, I ordered lots of fabrics. I treated myself, and my partner helped me treat myself, so thank you very, very much. And yeah, I ordered some fabrics. I think it was about 6 or 7, which is a lot for me. And also some labels and some cuffing, and I ordered the first time from Beyond the Pink Door, which is a Irish fabric store you probably all know of, but I have never ordered from Beyond the Pink Door before. But the great thing is that it is an Irish store. They charge in euros, and I don't have to pay customs to get it shipped to me, which is awesome. And then I ordered from a store that is called The Fabric Sales, which is, I think, a Belgian company. And I ordered from them before, and the fabric was, they stock a lot of ex-designer fabrics and dead stock. And the fabric was a ex-designer jersey fabric, a very special piece, and it arrived within 2 days, I think. And I didn't pay shipping because I was over 30 euros, I think, which is quite good. And yeah, I ordered some fabrics there, and also one fabric for a very special dress I am planning on making. And I'm really looking forward to all the fabrics arriving, and I will probably film a little fabric haul for you. And yeah, that's also sewing related. And then I got 2 more fabrics this week. I got a lot of fabrics this week, which are related to my plans. This one is a double gauze fabric from my local store, which my sister got for herself, and I am now going to make another blossom dress by Fiber Mood up in this one for her, because she saw my version and she liked it, and she asked me if I can make one for her. And it is this beautiful green double gauze, which is white on the reverse, but we will only use the green side, I think. So that's for my sister, but I will probably not get it sewn up next week, but you never know. Never say never, but yeah, it's a plan for the next weeks. And then something arrived just today in the post, and it is a leopard, what's it called, furniture fabric, quite sturdy. And what I want to do with this is upgrade my closet core Pouf that I have in my living room. And as you know, I love leopard, and one of my interests or passions is also interior design, and my interior style is quite, I would say, English cottage, cozy, eclectic. And I know it is not everybody's cup of tea, that is for sure, but I love this very eclectic style, and I see a lot of leopard in many cool British interior books and magazines. And as I said, I want to upgrade my Pouf, and I decided I want a leopard Pouf, and I will make it probably, if I have enough, out of this fabric only, which is from Stoffe.de. And I ordered with it some very cool piping, which is kind of twisted. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but yeah, it's twisted piping, which I will add to the Pouf. And this one will be probably made up next week, because I am so excited for our new living room Pouf, and I hope our cats will not destroy it within weeks, but that's likely. But yeah, the fabric was not too expensive, so it should be okay. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. And then maybe I am sewing up the Angie tank. I'm not sure about that, but I have the fabric ready, so that's also a probability. And what I will definitely sew up is another version of the Blossom Dress by Fiber Mood, and I will show you a picture quickly so that you know what I am talking about. Here it is. This is the Blossom Dress, and I made it last week. I showed you in my last Sunday sewing catch-up, and now lots of you suggested I should use my beautiful viscose fabric from Rainbow Fabrics to sew up another patterned version, and I already cut it out. I can show you one piece here. This is the fabric. As I said, a viscose fabric, and my machine is already threaded for this project, so I will probably start that one today. It is Friday as I'm filming this, and I will probably sew this one up on the weekend, and then be able to show you next week, or maybe I will upload my July sewing makes next week. Let's see. And then of course I will try to work on my knitting project, but it should be getting hotter here in Austria, and honestly that's always when I put down my knitting, because I just am not in the mood, which is completely fine, but that's how it is. So it's always a big surprise what I'm sewing, because for example the denim jacket was not planned at all, but I made it and I enjoyed it very much, and that's what counts, if you ask me. But yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching it, and if you liked it, as always, I would be super grateful if you could give it a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to my channel, that is so important, because lots of people are watching without subscribing, but it helps my channel grow if you do so. And I wish you a very nice day, evening, week ahead of you, and take care, guys. Bye.